from our Grand Turk day. I am headed down to deck number 3 from deck 8 to check in for breakfast. We're going to do the port day breakfast. All right, we got seated right in front of the gondola here. It's so pretty. It's very cool. So, I ordered the vanilla French toast and it came with caramelized banana. And then I got hash browns and some chicken sausage. And Joel got the breakfast bowl, which was supposed to be kale and spinach, but it looks like it's just spinach, and it was supposed to have like feta and a bunch of things. So maybe it's underneath the egg, but it kind of looks a little sparse. It was supposed to be a bowl, but he did get some bacon with it. Alright, walking back out from breakfast. Alright, so overall, I would give my breakfast like a 4 out of 7. I think, well, maybe a 5 out of 7. It was just very sugary. So if you're into a sweet breakfast, that was the perfect choice. It was like a Bananas Foster French toast. I don't eat eggs, so I was a little bit more limited on my options in the dining room. And then for that breakfast bowl, I think he would probably give that like a 3 out of 7. Because just it didn't have all of the elements that we wanted in the breakfast bowl. It was more of just like a little bit of kale or spinach with some eggs. So port day breakfast is probably not my like biggest recommendation in the dining room. I think I like the options, especially like the Tomodoro or Blue Iguana Cantina. It's my favorite breakfast, so that's what that's a 7 out of 7. So just kind of something to keep in mind is that like in the dining room, the breakfast options will change, and the sea day brunch is something we're gonna try in a couple days. I've had that on other ships, it was super good, so let's try it. We're gonna try it on this ship as well. We walk into our room and, oh no, Anna would definitely make fun of me for this. It's a dinosaur. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Could it be something else? Giraffe?
That's a dinosaur. He knew. If you know. All right. We are here in Grand Turk, and the Carnival sunrise is next to us. Actually, this is a map of the Caribbean, and it shows that we are right there. So we kind of made a long voyage from New York, and we are headed to Dominican Republic tomorrow, which is down here, and then we're gonna go to Puerto Rico. So pretty cool. Okay, so right off the ship, you do have this pool that is free to use, and the chairs are free also. And connected to it is a Margaritaville, which is a restaurant that's pretty popular here in the Caribbean and other tourist destinations. You can rent cabanas, but they were all rented for today. And they do have restrooms, lots of shopping. This pool can get pretty crowded, as you can tell, but it keeps going all around to the left. It's a fairly large space. So we're here around noon. Our ship didn't get in till 11:15, and then we're here till 5:30. That's back on board time. And so we're looking at possibly renting a golf cart to go tour the island by ourselves. And so far we got 2 quotes. One was $101 and one was $125. And all you have to do is return the golf cart full of gas, just like as you received it, and you can go around the island. So that's, I think, what we're going to end up doing. I'm waiting for Joel to make up his mind, but if I were a betting person, I think that's what he's gonna pick. So I'm just waiting for him here, and then we're gonna go tour and see what we can find. This is the golf cart we rented. It's kind of a joke, but there's much nicer ones, but this was $100 for the entire day. So we just filled her up with gas. It was $10. All right, here we go. We're golf carting. This thing's a little
seen better days.
It's retro. Hi, donkeys. Oh my gosh. Just the donkey. Nobody got a ticket for $3. It's actually a super cool souvenir too. It's cute.
$3 per person.
We are here at the historic lighthouse on Grand Turk. Okay. We got jerky chicken, pork ribs.
Regular kind of basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's locked up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, honey, it was nice talking to you. Maybe we'll see you at Christmas.
All right, do a flip off of there.
I will not do a flip.
A bunch of like little food trucks and little stands, like a little market going on, little shops, canvas art, Barbie's restaurant. Market. You get like canvases that are not, they're like not stretched canvases, but all the cool wares. We're kind of window shopping as we drive by. Very cool. This is like a little one-way street where you can see all the vendors.
You want to stop and look at any of that, or?
I'm good. Tour. This is the Rainbow Tour, and then these are little Hummer ATV things that people have rented. This is a tour also with the cruise. Okay, so a bolt keeps flying at me from the top of this lovely golf cart. But we're here at the Governor's Beach. We made it to Governor's Beach. It's so pretty. And we have an amazing view of the cruise ship. We're here on Governor's Beach. I have a ginger beer, non-alcoholic. And this is super scrumptious, this Barrett's Stone ginger beer. Super good. We went to a local liquor store and got some ginger beer and decided to come over to this public beach. And it's super pretty here. They do have like chairs and things to rent for $20, but if you're looking for a free beach experience, this is a more secluded experience. This is cool. Of course, there is a free beach at the cruise port with chairs, but we just wanted something a little quieter. And there's a big party catamaran going by. But so far, we're loving our day here on Grand Turk. We've been able to just explore the entire island. Our golf cart was $100. They took cash or credit. I would recommend upgrading to the $120 one if that's an option, to get a golf cart that's a little more reliable than ours. Ours is a little bit sketchy, but it's been fine for just the two of us. We did kind of head back towards the port though, just in case something happens. We did have to fill it up with gas. It was $10 and they took cash. And we did that in the middle of town just on our way back so that we were all set, because you do need to return it with a full tank of gas. But let me show you the party catamaran going past. So the party catamaran, that is an excursion you can book through the cruise ship. They look like they're having a blast. They actually docked just over there, just to the right there. Joel's in the water. You can see our ship. Our ship is the one with the Costa Sea. That's the Carnival Venezia. And next to it is the Carnival Sunrise. I've not gone on the Sunrise as the Sunrise, but I have been on the Sunrise when it was the Carnival Triumph, I believe. So, haven't gone since the theme rebrand. For those of you who are familiar with the Carnival Triumph, that is in fact the cruise that they affectionately or not so affectionately call the Poop Cruise. If you don't know anything about that, you definitely want to go on YouTube and check out the Carnival Triumph Poop Cruise. Also, the Saturday Night Live sketch that they do of that is probably my favorite Saturday Night Live sketch of all times. It is hilarious. It is so funny. Not so funny for the people who were stuck on the Poop Cruise, but for the rest of us, that might be the best Saturday Night Live. So definitely check that out. If I could find the link, I'll have her link it down below. But if not, just type that in it because it's hysterical. Oh my God, they like really nailed it. And it's based on a true story. Unfortunately, the Carnival Triumph got stuck at sea with no power and no toilets. So it affectionately became, or not so affectionately became, the Poop Cruise because the sewage was actually seeping from deck to deck and people were on the deck with SOS flags. It took them a day or so to get to the ship and to get everybody off of there, but that was a little bit of a horror story for those that were stuck on there. If you know someone or you were stuck on that Poop Cruise, please comment down below with your experience. I'm very interested to see how that went. But otherwise, check out that Saturday Night Live sketch. We are here at Jack's Shack, Grand Turk. I've heard good things about this place, so we're gonna check it out. It's on the beach, right next to the cruise port. We took our golf cart here, but I've heard you can walk here as well. And it's cool looking. Here at Jack's, and we got the jerk chicken. They ran out of the rice and peas, which I really wanted, but they do have fries, which look pretty scrumptious. And it came with some ketchup and some jerk sauce. And we split one. This was $18. And there's a cat roaming around. But this place is super cool. We're here on the beach, right next to the ship. And it is walking distance from the cruise ship. Okay, so I'm going to give my jerk chicken a 7 out of 7 scrummies. I loved it. I wish we could have tried the rice and peas. We were too late in the day for that. So if you're gonna be coming over to Jack's, you wanna do that earlier because that would have been awesome. I do have to say their fries were awesome. They tasted a lot like McDonald's fries. They were like short, crispy little things. And we dipped them in the jerk sauce. Anyways, that was scrumptious and highly recommend Jack's Shack. So if you're at the port, if you turn and you're looking at the port from the ship, if you go all the way to the left, that's where you will find it right before they like stop the private beach here for the cruise port. So if you are cruising, you don't even have to take a taxi or anything. You can walk right there. We decided to take our handy dandy golf cart. So we're gonna head back into the port now, but we really enjoyed it. They had loud music pumping. There's lots of cool things to do. They had a nice bar, and right in front of this shack there were some of the free chairs, so you can hang out over here at Jack's Shack. It is world famous. I've heard so many things about it. They used to have a dog that lived here. I have been told that he's no longer here, but Jack's Shack still is, and totally recommend that you check this out if you're here in Grand Turk. And cool local place, so support local, skip Margaritaville. Turned our golf cart to that spot there. Hopefully that was correct, so I'm videoing that. I feel a little like, well, I don't know what we just did.
Sell for $2,000.
But here we are. This is where we rented our golf cart from. There's like 2 little stations here. And I would say splurge and go for the extra $20, maybe go with that one. We did fun in the sun, which had a credit card option, but bring cash and maybe go to those guys because they definitely had nicer golf carts available. But we still have an hour and a half before we need to be on the ship. For those of you who love Starbucks, they do have a Starbucks location.
Travel 2,000 miles from Starbucks.
One of the tips that I have is save time at the end of your day to take pictures with the Grand Turk sign, because there's hardly anyone out here now and you can get some really cool unobstructed pictures. Where this morning there was 2 cruise ships worth of people and it was just chaos and you couldn't see and people are jumping in front. And if you really want a cool picture, go around onto the beach and take a picture from the beach. So we're gonna say goodbye to Grand Turk. It was such a fun day. And the beach is starting to look a little bit empty. The Carnival sunrise is already left, so it just leaves. It left around 3:30, and we're leaving at 5:30. So we had a little bit of a later time slot, which did mean that the beach was a little bit more crowded. But what's really cool is you can actually go to this side of the beach, and there's hardly ever anyone over on this side. I don't know that you can actually swim over here, but if you're just looking to lay in the sun, I mean, I think you can. It's just a smaller little area. And that side's always super crowded. But also, if you go down a little bit further, you can see where we went to Jack's. So it's a really short walk. Definitely recommend that. That's that green umbrella that you're seeing before it gets to the public beach where you have to pay for seating. So, oh yeah.
Hey, it's all about Carnival Venezia.
Let's do this. All right, so we just got all cleaned up. We got back on board from Grand Turk, and both of us are a little bit sunburnt. And so one of my pro tips is make sure you wear long sleeves, because as the evening wears on, we're gonna start getting cold. So even though this ship is kind of running a little bit cold anyways, so I got my long sleeves on. We're gonna go head to dinner, and it's about 7 now, and we have some things we want to do this evening. There is a family feud game that is going on in the main lounge, and there is some comedy that looks really cool. We were trying to decide, so the option for dinner was to go upstairs and go to the Lido deck and see what they have, and they do have the deli open and pizza. Guy's Burgers closed at 6. The other option was to go to our sit-down anytime dining. And so all we have to do, I looked in the app, you go in and you say like, I'm ready to dine. And it says that there's a 10-minute wait. So if I put in that we're ready now, by the time we walk to the back of the ship, our table should be ready. So I think we're gonna do that, even though the buffet would be a little bit quicker. We've been looking at the buffet and it just seems kind of like a mess up there. So I think we're actually gonna go to the dining room. It's been taking us about an hour from start to finish, which is pretty darn good. The first night was 2 hours, but I think that was just the first night and everybody was like trying to figure things out, kind of like a mess every time we go on a cruise the first night. So we're gonna go try that. I think they had like some lasagna on the menu, looked good. They have barbecue ribs. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna pick, but it just sounded a little bit better than fighting people in the buffet. Not that the buffet is bad, but the food is definitely usually better in the main dining room, and we have some time to kill, so we may as well go do that. And I'm actually gonna have some drinks this evening, even though on cruise ships I don't usually drink because it does make me seasick. We have a very, very short way to go, and the seas don't seem too bad right now, so we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna see what happens if I drink. I will let you know what I decide to have, probably from the Amari bar, which is like the Carnival Venezia equivalent of the Alchemy bar. They have some cool new twists on the drinks. Or we might go to that Frizzante bar, which is a sparkling champagne bar, which is like my favorite thing ever. Or maybe we'll do both. We have nowhere to be, no responsibilities. So tonight I think is gonna do that. Also, there's Monday Night Football, which has really been fun on Lido Deck. They've had all of the NFL games, not all of them, but and each time slot they've picked a popular game, and it's been super fun, and it's been really interesting to see how the ship's divided and picking teams. We play fantasy football, so we've been really enjoying that. So we have so many things we can do this evening. That game's at 8:15, and There's comedy almost every hour, and the piano bar, we haven't even been to the piano bar yet. So I don't know, the world is our cruise ship. I got the caprese salad, which has tomato, mozzarella, basil, and then a balsamic drizzle. Looks really good. And then we also got a chicken soup. All right, so I got the lasagna bolognese. Looks really good. And then Joel got the
cornbread crusted chicken. There were supposed to be sides, but he opted for no sides because it's been a lot of food. So,
Bon
see what he
appetit.
thinks. Mine looks pretty good. A chocolate melting cake. And this is the poached pineapple, which looks super scrumptious actually, with a citrus sauce. Okay, we are headed to the Frizzante bar here on deck 5 for a drink. All right, we got a Bellini and an Aperol Spritz here at Frizzante. So I have the Bellini, and it's so good. It tastes like those little peach ring gummies. Really good. I give it a 6 out of 7 scrummies. Definitely a good solid choice here at the Frizzante bar. And then we also got the Aperol Spritz, and I'm gonna give the Aperol Spritz a 7 out of 7 scrummies. This is like probably my next choice, my next drink that I'm going to pick. It's that good. I love Aperol Spritzes, and they just really nailed it here. So get the Aperol Spritz at Frizzante. Here at midnight, and they have some late night snacks: chocolate fudge, chips and salsa, coleslaw, potato salad, chicken noodle soup. That's kind of a good idea, actually. Chicken tenders?
They look like chicken poppers,
Popcorn.
like popcorn chicken. Yeah.
Yeah,
Italian meatball sub, ham and cheese roll, Chicago pepperoni pizza. So just like, really that's like closer to a Detroit style pizza, but what do I know? Just from Detroit. Hot dog with chili, fries, and cookies. Midnight. We're pretty much the only ones on the cruise ship.